Alright, so the BMW Z4. What I've learned about this car in my latest video is that the owners are very passionate about it and they mostly have good things to say about the car. In that video, I was literally fishing for problems, going through Facebook groups, Reddit forums, literally surfing the internet, and was only able to come up with 3 common issues. Again, that were all relatively minor. Overall, the car proved to be reliable despite BMW's reputation for problems. So let's talk about the car. First thing I want to talk about is handling. Handling's very well, and it is limited by how good your seats are. Otherwise, you'd be smacked into the door panel or tossed into the passenger side. And it is a very quirky ride. You're positioned on the very tail end of the chassis with a huge nose to look over. However, once you get acclimated with where you're positioned on the chassis, it really does become fun to drive around. It's very slim and very low to the ground, so that leaves for very little body roll. So match that with a set of coilovers and a nice set of wheels, hey man, you're gonna be in for a lot of fun. So the engine performance on this car, all around, I'm very impressed by, because again, on the highway, it does prove that there's no replacement for displacement. The revs stay relatively low. Even at 80 miles an hour, I noticed that the revs weren't even close to 3,000 RPM yet. But once you do punch the gas, it really does wake it up and it does change the personality of the car. Now keep in mind, this one that I drove is an automatic, so I could only imagine how on demand that power would have been if I had a stick shift version of it. What I do like also is the minimalistic interior. What I like about it is that it leaves very little room for a possibility of failure. So you guys can tell the electrical system, not only the instrument cluster, but also the center stack, it's a very, very simple design. But one thing I do notice that of the people that do drop off their car to get wrapped, the power convertible typically never functions. So that's something to keep in mind when you're looking to buy one of these. Make sure the power convertible works. Yes, as you guys can tell, this car is wrapped, as well as this one, and as well as this one. So if you're in the market and within the Long Beach area, be sure to find me on Instagram at GetSetGoWraps. We can have a conversation about your project there. Anyways, let's get back to the car. So overall, the BMW Z4 is a very cool car to own. With a lot of interior and trunk space, it does prove to be a practical choice as well. But what are your guys' thoughts? Would you guys own one? And if you do, what do you guys like about it best? As far as for me, I just like how well it handles and how well built the car is. I feel like I could really push the limits on this car that I probably won't be able to with any other car. But again, comment down below, what do you guys like about this car? And if you guys own it, what feature do you like best?